Miracles happen when we believe. And here are some more stories of modern day miracles that are enlightening and inspiring. The mysterious voice. Cop Tyler Beddoes was in for the shock of his lifetime when he and other officers arrived at an accident scene in March of 2015 where a car had overturned in a body of water. Beddoes, who believes the entire event is a modern-day miracle, explained what happened when he and fellow cops went into rigid waters to approach a car and look for survivors. That's when he told FaithWire that he and the other officers all heard something incredible. We all heard an adult female voice, which was a calm voice saying, help me, Beddoes said. This voice really guided us to the car and gave us hope that whoever was calling out was alive. And here's why some believe this is one of the most fascinating miracles today. When they reached the car, there was a woman who had been deceased for 14 hours. But an 18-month-old baby was still alive in the back seat. In the end, that mysterious voice helped save the baby. Miracles of God, the breakthrough story. Another one of the events that many people believe is among the miracles of God is the story surrounding the movie Breakthrough. If you're unfamiliar, it involved a 14-year-old young man named John Smith who was underwater for 15 minutes after falling through the ice on January 19th, 2015. Medical workers had given up hope after being unable to successfully revive the teen. But here's why some consider this one of the most fascinating modern-day miracles. The boy came back to life after his mother refused to give up hope. She goes into the emergency room. There's her son laying dead on the table. Filmmaker Devon Franklin told Pure Flix, instead of saying goodbye, she speaks life. She goes over to his feet, puts her hands on his feet, and says, Holy Spirit, bring back my son. Next thing you know, John Smith came back to life. More miracles, a simpler story. When it comes to miracles, some people might point to events that are a bit simpler, rather than some completely inexplicable occurrence. These events might involve a medical recovery or some sort of connection that results in something incredible. Take, for example, a little boy named Fabrice from Tongo. He is an example of one of the miracles today, and his story was told by Compassion UK, a Christian non-profit. According to the group, Fabrice hadn't ever spoken a word since birth, until he came into contact with compassion. During his first medical checkup at the program, Fabrice was diagnosed with a tongue tie. After a simple operation, Fabrice would be able to speak for the first time. The project staff rushed to tell his father, Kapecha, who was astonished. Together they took Fabrice to the local hospital, and for less than 8 pounds his tongue was fixed. Today Fabrice can speak normally and has lots of friends to play with. This might not seem like one of the modern day miracles discussed in our first two examples, but it is a miracle of God worth noting. God uses people to perform miracles as well, and Fabrice is just one of the millions of examples. The simple connection to compassion changed absolutely everything. So, if we have compassion and caring, this alone for others in need can create a miracle. Emma's story, evidence of miracles today. If you're looking for more evidence of miracles today, look no further than Emma McKinley's incredible healing story. While she's written a book about what unfolded, many people don't know her story. And doctors are reportedly still totally baffled by it. A workplace injury left McKinley hunched over in a wheelchair for nearly 2 decades. Easter weekend 1993, Emma McKinley lost her balance and fell from a storage loft at work. Her foot was lodged between boxes and her body hung upside down until a coworker found her and called 911. My head hit something very hard and I did not come to until the next day, remembers Emma. As Emma healed from the wounds she received in the fall, she developed widespread reflux sympathetic dystrophy, known as RSD, a chronic and progressive nerve disorder that left her entire body in severe pain. Not only was McKinley in severe pain, but she was also wheelchair bound. With one of her feet and a hand beginning to grow crooked, but McKinley never gave up. She firmly believed that God would heal her, and as the years forged on, the doctors wanted to amputate her legs. she refused. Then one day something incredible happened. McKinley was giving the healing she so longed for, one of the modern day miracles so fascinating that we had to include it on this list. It was Christmas Eve 2011 when McKinley fell out of her wheelchair and was on the ground and experiencing intense pain for 8 hours. She claims that Christ entered the room and healed her. And while that might seem totally wild, the next day she was walking around out of her wheelchair as though nothing had happened. What I saw was the most awesome white robe. I knew that who that was. Our human eyes can hardly look at it. It was so bright white. She told CBN News. Christ was straightening out that crooked foot. I knew my neck was being straightened. My spine was being straightened. When her family arrived the next morning to celebrate, they were in awe. It was the first time since 1993 that she was seen out of a wheelchair, a miracle moment her son called surreal. It's one of the miracles of God, and you can read more about it. Also, it is incredible to note that for all miracles, if we just believe in the universe or spirit or whatever, just as these individuals, then indeed we will find our miracle.